Hello guys and welcome to another Era of Chaos video. Guys, today we are talking about the best tanks in the game, or in other words, the best defensive units for free-to-play players. In other words, those should be not only the strongest tanks in the game, but tanks that can be easily obtained and maxed out even by a free-to-play player, or let's say if you're a Dolphin, you spend something but not a lot in this game. So I will start right off the bat with, in my opinion, the strongest tank for a free-to-play player, and that's the Dendroid Auger. I'm currently using this guy in my Astro formation. He's a total beast and he's very versatile. You can literally use this guy in any formation. Of course, he shines in a gem formation and he's close to immortal there, but in general this guy can be used anywhere, guys. He's extremely tough, very difficult to kill, and you can easily get his shards if you go to the underworld on the ground. There you go. There are, I believe, 2 or 3 places in the underground where you can possibly get his shards. There you go, 2. Not quite sure where there was a third one, but anyways, you get the idea. So it is pretty easy to max this character out. Also, another place where you can get his shards is if you go here in the Archer Expert. You can get his shards if you play this game with the arrows and if you manage to kill the boss. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but definitely you can get some of the trees there. So, long story short, very strong tank. He is X1, so he cannot be killed by magic. Very versatile. He can fit basically any formation, especially if you have him at fusion. Not fusion, but sorry, I'm mixing some games here. Especially if you manage to awaken him 5 stars. He's a total beast. Useful everywhere, basically in almost any formation. The next guy on the list is the Centaur. The Centaur is another extremely easy to max tank. Basically another rampart tank, and he's even easier to max compared to the Dendroid, because Dendroid requires Dragon Steel and this guy doesn't. He's just an R unit, so extremely easy to get his shards, not only in the barracks but in the underground as well. And once again, this tank is pretty great in a gem formation, but outside of it he also performs very good. He can stack unit damage reduction to, wow, to unknown heights. Very great. And once again, you can easily max out his potential. You can see I'm almost there. In the beginning of the game I kind of decided, for some weird reason, to invest some points in dexterity and wisdom, even though they're not really required for tanks, like, at all. So I started a little bit late, focusing everything on strength, but if you focus in the beginning, you can easily max his potential very fast, and he's a rock solid, guys. Once again, very versatile, very strong, even easier to max compared to the Dendroid. So the Centaur is number 2 on my list. Number 3, guys, is probably some of you disagree, but I really love this unit. I'm currently using this guy with my Astro, and he's pretty awesome, even though soon I'm going to replace him because I'm working on my Iron Golem. Currently I'm awakening him. Once he's awakened 5 stars, I'm going to probably bench the Auger. But the Auger is a very useful tank. Let me demonstrate you. First, before actually I do that, let me just let you know what is the problem with this unit. The problem is that he's not really that tough. I mean, you are picking Auger in your formation not because he's a very strong tank, but because of his kit. He's very versatile and he's very useful tank. Let's go it this way. He's not like an off tank, but yeah, a weak tank, but very useful tank. So let me just quickly demonstrate what I mean by that. We're going to training grounds, then we're going to do some free practice right there, and we're going to do 2 Astros. Astro versus Astro. Now, the only difference currently is that we have Dwarf here and we have Centaur here. What we're going to do is we're going to replace the Centaur with an Auger, and we're going to use also genies in both places. So it is like, okay, we're going to return the Centaur. Why not? He's going to be right there. So the only difference is that the defending units have a Centaur and the attacking units have Auger. That's the only difference, nothing else. So let's go into battle. Of course, I will fast forward it because probably nobody's going to win, almost guaranteed. And we're going to see what's going to happen because I have the Auger in my information. Okay, fast forwarding. Come on. The battle has been one-sided from the beginning. I bet it is. It looks like it's one-sided. Okay, so we are good. The battle ended, nobody won. This is something to be expected. Let's take a look at the stats. Now, what we wanna see is how our teams perform when it comes to healing. We go here. Now, look at the staggering difference when it comes to the heal done by the genie. My genie, the attacking genie, healed for, I don't know, 131 million damage. And this genie healed for like 68, almost twice as low. Let's take a look at the amount the Iron Golem healed. Almost twice as much. Again, the same applies to the Dendroid, and so on and so on. So, the Auger makes sure that your healing gets extremely strong. Once again, the problem with the Auger is that he isn't really a very strong tank, and in my personal experience, the other problem I have with the Auger is that I don't basically use any other stronghold units, so I'm keeping my stronghold roster strong only for the Auger, though I'm going to probably replace the Auger in 1 or 2 weeks, and I will destroy my stronghold roster because I won't be using him anymore, unfortunately. It was a good run. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys. Now, I'm going to use the same teams, but I will use Gem. And what we are looking here is we want to check how good our healing spells perform with and without the Auger. So again, we are going to fast forward all the way until the end of the battle. So let's do it. The battle is a stalemate, yeah, of course. This time it's a stalemate, I can trust this. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen in the heal section. The ultimate of Gem, the gem that attacks, this is our gem because she has the Auger, healed for 3 million and we casted it 6 times. The ultimate of the other gem, the defending gem, healed for 200,000. Okay, see the massive difference here? And of course, this one cast has one more cast, but it's not really a big deal. So, yeah, the Auger basically helps you in healing. If you rely on heavy healing, I would say that the Auger is pretty good unit for Astro. I've been running Auger for Astro, I don't know, ever since, and I'm dropping in right now. So, currently standing number 2 in arena. Only this guy cannot beat because look at this. Just look at this. I'm nowhere even close to this, so nothing I can do to stop his giant. I can take care of his Naga, but I cannot really do anything to his giant, and that's unfortunate. So there is one more unit I want to talk about when it comes to best defensive units, and this is this guy. Unfortunately for me, he comes from a faction that I rarely use, I almost never use. I just keep some roster there because I use the Manticore. So this guy, I never use him that often, but he is a really great tank for a free-to-play player. If not, probably one of the strongest tanks in the game. If this guy has pretty good lineup formation behind him, he's close to being immortal. And again, you can take his shots from the underground pretty easy. And he's an SR, he's not SR+, and he requires regular resources in order to be upgraded like this. You see the purple ones, I forgot its name, doesn't matter. So pretty easy to develop. Okay guys, so this is going to be all for me today. I really hope you found this useful. Let's summarize what we said so far. In my opinion, the best free-to-play tanks are the Dendroid Soldier, Centaur once awakened. Before awakening he isn't really that great. Also the Auger, if you're looking for a tank with specific kit that can enhance your hero. And of course, this guy from the Dungeon faction. I am afraid to pronounce his name. Minotaur, or whatever. It doesn't matter. So, all those 4 tanks, pretty easy to max out, very versatile, they can fit almost any formation. See you next time, guys. Take care and stay safe.
Perfect.